Similar to commands and events, same-named words can be defined inside several operations. This shows the power and flexibility of Monospost Developer. By defining the same word in different operations, you can adjust different settings for this word. For instance, in this post processor, spindle state word is defined in two different operations. One inside the turning operation, and the other is in the top-level operation, named as FANUC C-axis. Let's also look at the differences in these two words. In the top-level operation, M13 and M14 are used for counterclockwise and clockwise rotation respectively. In the spindle state word, defined inside the turning operation, M3 and M4 are used instead. Although this flexibility makes Monospost Developer so powerful, it also brings with it a problem. How can you quickly understand in which operations the same named words are defined? Actually, in Monospost Developer, this is so easy. When you open the Edit tab of a word, the list on the right shows the operations in which this word is defined. As you can see, this is very similar to the main operation tree given at the top left. But there are differences. The first difference here is several commands are displayed here. And the second difference is there are operations in bold font. Let's start to explain the meaning of bold font first. Operations in bold font show us that our word was defined within these operations. If I click one of them, this will immediately open the word defined in this operation. Similarly, if I click on the top-level operation, this time, this will open the same word defined inside FANUC C-axis operation. Now, let's look at the drill cycle type word defined inside op-indexed milling operation. As you can see here, this word is defined both in indexed milling and in the top-level operation. Now let's look at the commands displayed in this tree. You must have wondered what these commands are used for in this tree. These commands show us in which commands this word is used. And this tree tells us that drill cycle type word is used in several commands, both inside milling operation and inside op-indexed milling operation. If I click one of these commands, for example the first one, the format cycle drill command, defined inside the milling operation will be opened. Here, you can see that our word drill cycle type is used inside this command. Remember that we can easily go back to the word's edit page by right-clicking on it. Now, let's look at drill cycle absolute retract chord word defined inside turning operation. There is something interesting here. As can be seen from this tree, this word is defined in two different operations. However, it is not used inside any commands. There is no command displayed in this tree. This is not an error. Sometimes this happens when you create a word, but then change your mind and stop using it. Lastly, there is one more important thing that you should know. To show you this, I'm going to open the word spindle state once more. As we have seen before, this word is defined in two different operations: FANUC C-axis and turning operations. And this word is also used in two different commands. The question is, which of these words will be used in which commands? It is very simple to distinguish. Format spindle speed command inside the turning operation uses the spindle state word defined inside the same operation. Because this operation is written in bold font, and this means that it has its own spindle state word defined in itself. And the format spindle speed command inside the milling operation uses the spindle state word defined inside the top-level operation named as FANUC C-axis. This is because milling operation doesn't have its own spindle state word. We can understand this since it is not written in bold font. Therefore, it uses the one defined in its nearest parent, which is FANUC C-axis operation. That is it. As you can see, this list gives you all the tools you need to quickly find the operations in which a word is defined, and at the same time also gives you the chance to see in which commands it is used.